points to treat the blood, boost the blood supply within the body. We're also working with another point down here to help nourish the water element. So as we age, we decline in our water. Our cells become much more deficient in this, so we're actually trying to help support that with that treatment. We've also, to ground with Nicola, used tuning forks. So this is a treatment that I use with every patient, and it's just a specific vibration. This is actually the Earth's vibration, which is an octave lower than middle, C sharp. And we're doing this to just ground her and relax her before we actually work on the face. So we're just going to come down to the feet just so she gets a little bit more grounding. And so as far as the points that I have done in her hands, we're working with neck pain and back pain, as well as, again, nourishing the skin, preventing dryness. We're in a dry season right now. So it's very important to factor that into the account opposed to summer when we tend to be a little bit more greasy. We're going to work with those as well. We've also done the command point called Hugu. This is the command point of the face. So it's going to bring that energy up to the face. Now just factoring in that with Nicola, unfortunately, she does have a lot of tensions in her muscles, trapezius, scalenes, her pecs as well. We're not going to work into there because she's had some treatment already for that. But with facial acupuncture, it's also working with motor points. This is where the muscle meets the nerve. So we actually have to use, as far as normally the type of needle that I'm using, the highest quality that you can possibly buy. It's lined with silicone, so it has a smooth insertion as well. So this gauge of needle is actually going to work when I insert the point to grab onto the muscle. When it grabs onto that trigger point, it's going to relax the entire muscle. So over time, if Nicola didn't have treatment, let's say 20 years from now, we may notice more of a sagging within her chin. We might notice more TMJ happening as well. So it's important to balance those muscles so that we don't actually have the facial issues. So I'll show you guys these points, so you might actually see the muscle jump. So I want you to take a few deep breaths. And there we go. So I know it might be hard for you guys to see this. You can take a look after. Okay, so we're getting a nice gripping in there. Great, so what happens with motor points is the needle will actually pucker. So now I can't actually lift it away. And just as far as with time for what we have for the treatment today, we're just going to do the one. Generally on Nicola, we would do more than that. And there we go. So these points, generally, you don't feel much pain from them at all. You just feel more heaviness or sometimes a major release. These muscles here, what do we do when we're stressed? This. Relaxes everything, elongates the neck, makes a huge difference. So I'm going to show you, there's many different techniques with the face that we can use, depending on if when we work with a wrinkle and we pull it away, does it disappear? For Nicola, unfortunately, with our overthinking lines here, they're not going away. So what you're going to see me do now is simply just thread with thinner needles along this wrinkle. So this is a very easy technique, and you don't really feel anything. And just keep taking nice deep breaths. And so what happens is really then locally, instead of what you see there with that $400 treatment, where we're working with many needles in the face, I'm catering to where she needs it. And you might notice that this area gets quite red. And once this is done, simply the patient will just lay there